My name is Nadia. I'm 24 years old. And what I'm about to share is not folklore. It's not one of those bedtime tales passed around the village fires. No, this is my truth. A truth that burned me from the inside. A truth that could have devoured me if I hadn't fought back. It all began on a Thursday morning, in Douala, inside my aunt's house. I'd been living with my Aunt Sylvie for 2 months since I moved from the village to study in the city. But it wasn't her who fascinated me, it was her daughter, my cousin, Mireille. Mireille was everything. Radiant, untouchable, unnaturally magnetic. Her skin shimmered like the moonlight on oil. Every step she took seemed choreographed. Men stared, women whispered, children watched in awe, and I watched in silence. She barely ate, slept odd hours. Her room always carried a strange, sweet aroma, woodsy, musky. But most of all, she had this ritual. Every night, locked away in her room, she massaged herself with a thick, black oil. No one was allowed to touch it. She called it ascension oil. A beauty secret, she claimed. But I knew there was more. And I was determined to find out. That morning, Mireille was in the shower. The water ran. I had only minutes. My heart pounded as I crept into her room. Immaculate. Too perfect. On her vanity stood a small, dark bottle, half full, glistening unnaturally. I reached for it, unscrewed the cap. The scent hit me, sweet, spicy, heavy, like forest incense and something alive. My fingers dipped into the oil. Without thinking, I rubbed it into my face, my forehead, my cheeks, my temples. Mimicking her, copying her power. And then, everything changed. It started as warmth, then pain. My veins ignited, my bones twisted, my skin rippled and cracked. My scream died in my throat. My mouth fused into a snout. My arms collapsed into my sides. My legs vanished. I slithered. I had become a python. A massive, pitch-black python. Just in time to hide under the bed. I watched, mute, trembling, as Mireille exited the shower, wrapped in steam, holding her own vial. She stood before the mirror. Calm, poised, whispered words I didn't understand. And then, she changed. No pain, no panic, just a fluid motion as she shed her skin, literally, becoming a golden serpent. Graceful, elegant, divine, and then she vanished through the window, into the night. In this form, I had new senses. Sharper, predatory. Her scent was like a burning flower. I followed it, through drains, alleys, and rooftops. She led me to a clearing at the city's edge. Under the full moon, a gathering unfolded. 10 serpent women, glistening under the stars. A circle of ash and feathers. At the center stood a blind old woman cloaked in bone jewelry. Mummy's eater. I'd heard of her. A priestess declared dead a decade ago. And yet, She breathed. Marae approached, shed her human skin, offered it like a tribute. Mummy's eater handed her a darker vial, black as the abyss. Every drop is a covenant, she whispered. Every covenant demands sacrifice. Beauty, my child, always has a price. And that's when I realized I was no longer a voyeur. I was prey. I tried to retreat, quietly, but one of them, she turned, sniffed the air. Something uninitiated is near, she hissed. I fled. Serpents slithered after me, trees bent to block my path. Vines reached for my scales. Then came the voices. You were not meant to see. You were not meant to know. A flock of monstrous crows erupted above me, eyes burning red. A tree snapped its trunk and bit me. A river foamed black, melting parts of my tail. I screamed silently, but deep inside, a voice called to me. Do not give in. Keep crawling. Keep becoming. After 3 days of wandering, wounded and wild, I found him. An old man sitting beside a calabash fire in a forgotten village. Uncle Iyaba. He didn't run. He just looked at me, then whispered, You stole what was not yours. But your heart is not dark. To break the curse, you must steal her final drop. At dawn, anoint yourself in sacred spring water. But Marae, she knew. She felt me still alive. She was coming. I returned to the house. My body weak, my time short. She was waiting. The room, our battleground. 2 serpents, 2 souls, 1 destiny. We clashed. Fangs, coils, venom, hatred. She whispered spells. I roared in silence. Then, I remembered Uncle Ayaba's words. A mirror, hidden beneath the bed. I lured her near, feigned defeat, then reflected her gaze into the mirror. She screamed as her spirit was pulled in. I grabbed her last vial. Ran, crawled, flopped, all the way to the sacred spring at Mountain Cam. As the first light touched the water, I poured the black oil on my coils. And I screamed. The earth shook, and I became me. I told everyone, my aunt, the police, the village elders. They all laughed. Marae was gone. The bottle too. They said I had dreamed it. But at night, I still feel the warmth under my skin. As if something ancient sleeps within me. I never touch what isn't mine anymore. But I know, there are others like her. Women with perfect skin, mysterious smiles, and eyes too deep to be human. So if one day, you find a bottle of black oil that smells too sweet, run, before it changes you too. Subscribe to the Tales by Luzteller. Like, share and tell us in comments what kind of story you prefer. Bye.